Restaurants are one of those industries where everyone touches it in some capacity in their everyday life, whether they're diners, they work in the industry, they're leaders in the industry, they own restaurants. So everyone has built-in assumptions about profitability, about open and closure rates. There's always, the most terrible statistics out there that I'm not necessarily even sure where they come from, but it becomes this rule of thumb. Oh, 9 out of 10 restaurants close. The problem with that is when you're operating a restaurant, you're generally in the back of your mind, you have this information and you almost think, well, my margins are small. That's probably just how the restaurant industry is supposed to work. And as you start to grow and as you become more experienced in the industry, you start to learn that there's other ways of doing things, that there are restaurant groups and restaurant companies that do it really well. When I transitioned to an accounting firm that really focused on restaurants, I was able to not just look at national statistics from chain restaurants. I was able to actually drill down and understand, okay, what are their 2, 3, and 4 unit restaurant companies actually doing? What is their flow through on a unit economic basis? Where was I? And clearly there was room for growth, and we were able to target what those issues were. If I had one location and they weren't operating at a 20% margin that would flow through, I knew there was a problem that we had to deal with. Prior to this, I just assumed, well, we made payroll, we simply were able to pay our bills, we're doing pretty well. And that was just okay. But then as we made that big transition, you start to see this big world out there. We have a lot of work to do. We were not operating where a lot of our peers were operating. So I do think that a lot of restaurants find themselves in this tough cycle where they're working hard every day, killing themselves, and there's just so little at the end of the day to take home. It almost makes it feel like it's not worth it, but that's just not reality. That's reality in your bubble. That's not reality when you actually push beyond that and start to work with someone that can actually open the door and show you, no, there's other ways to do this. There's a reason why these companies have been around so long.